Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Easy.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They start the drive with Hall. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, your play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Over here. Look again.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Second and 10 now. Buys time, rolling right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely throwing it away.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. But nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 88.
They give to Hall on the draw. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Here's 2nd and 14. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27.
Inside.
Coming right is Hall. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Back north.
Wilson on the give, headed left. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Right. Yeah, Liz.
A tight end in motion now. Third down, give to Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
26.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A loss of 2 yards.
Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
That's good for another.
Hall running between the tackles. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and short. Putting a receiver in motion. On 4th down, it's Rodgers. And he scores! It's a New York touchdown! The Jets finish up an excellent opening series. Devontae Adams, the touchdown! Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Allen comes out throwing. He puts some power on it. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. First tone of the game for James Cook.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They kick the running back in motion. It's Allen out of the pistol. Got Williams, and it's complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far.